doing. I'm having a nightmare with my French, so let's just ignore that. I wasn't going to come on and do a live today. My eyes are sore. I don't know whether it's that indie palette that I've been using that Lisa bought for me, the Kyman Cosmetics one, or just the fact that I haven't used eyeshadow for a good solid month every day. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's get some eye cream on. So we've got the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Eye Cream. So we'll use this. I need to turn the light down, don't I? I'm just going to put some of that to moisturise my lids up at the top. Babe, hi. Was just saying I wasn't going to do a live today. My lids are a little bit sore, and I could do makeup, just not eyeshadow, but I want to use some of my Project Pan stuff. Right, I'm going to go on with a simple hydrating light moisturiser, 12-hour moisturisation. I like your cardigan. It's DKNY. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it now, can't you? Thank you. I got it from TK Maxx when? Probably about a month ago. It was only £40 and it should have been £100, I think. So that was quite a good offer. You got me into trouble, you, this afternoon. So, I was doing my Shop My Stash. It's not up yet, it's still uploading. I was doing my Shop My Stash and I came across, like when I was pulling blusher out, I came across my Hourglass blushers, and I just wanted to check I didn't have mood exposure. I knew I didn't have mood exposure in a palette, so I checked them both last night. But I had two singles. I had a mini and I had a bigger one, but one was Dim Infusion and one was, I don't know, can't remember the other one, but it wasn't mood exposure. So I typed a Google search in to see where I could get a mini from, and it said Space NK, but it also said, you know, basically I've been looking for those Kosas trio blushers. It said they were back in stock on Space NK, and I'm like, no. Because I've been looking for them for ages. I've been looking on Sephora, I've been looking on Cult Beauty and Space NK, and they were sold out. Wherever you look, they were just sold out, and Space NK got them back in. And I'm like, no to the Hourglass Mood Exposure. I'm going to get those Kosas blushers. So I've got like 3 little minis coming to me soon. I think coming in a few days. I think that's going to be the last thing I order, because it'll go away for Christmas, because I've got a lot of blushes that I want to, like, I've got blushes that now I need to kind of see what I want to keep and what I want to declutter. My vanity is absolutely full, so I didn't really need these blushes, but I want to try that formula. Eden was saying that I'll need a dense brush. So, speaking of you, it's blurry for me. Really? Have you tried going out and coming back in? Eden, can you do me a favour? Go back out and come back in, and if it's still blurry, I'll come out myself and go back in, because it could be on my side. It's better now. So anyway, I was just speaking about you, saying, you know, about the blushers, the Kosas blushers. I think you may have heard me. I need to put a bit more of this on. My skin is really dehydrated. I know you're leaving comments, guys, and I will answer them. But I just wanted to talk about those blushers. They should be with me in 2 to 3 days, it said. I tested positive to COVID this morning. No, I'm sorry, hon. It's blurry for me too. I thought it was me. Just go back out and come back in. And if it's still blurry, then I will have to terminate. I don't want to terminate the live, but I will terminate it if you're all saying it's blurry. Because we're only 5 minutes in, so you're not really missing anything. Been feeling crap past few days. I can only imagine. It's no fun, is it? It's not great at all. I've had it twice. What else? Hi Lando Fuss. Hi Olivia. What do you mean, have I taken my dinner? I don't understand what you're saying, Olivia. What are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? I'm doing a get ready with me. Did you not read the description of the video, Olivia? I don't want you all sitting here if it's blurry. Right, is it blurry or not? I'm not going to do anything else till you tell me either it's fine or it's blurry. And if it's blurry, I'm going to have to come out of the entire live and type in the description again and just set up a new live and delete this one. Babe, is it blurry for you? Because I think it was only Eden and Babe that said it was blurry. Right, I'll put some primers on, and hopefully if it's blurry. Have you come out and come back in? Right, I'm using the Shop Mercedes No Pore Face Primer 3 times. Right, let me put this on, and I'll have to disconnect, and you're all going to get disconnected from the live. Maybe my 3G's on. If my 3G's on plus Wi-Fi, that can sometimes... Right, so I've got my Wi-Fi on. I didn't have my mobile data on, so it wasn't that. I'm just going to put these primers on, and then I'll go out and set up a new live. You look good now. I came out and came back in. Maybe I needed to do that. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. Sorry it was blurry. Right, so let's get the primer. So I only use a little bit of this. I don't really need a lot because it only goes under my eyes. I'm still waiting for the Pat McGrath Labs sale to come. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I only want one lip gloss. It's not like I want to do a great big shop. I just don't want to spend £28 on a lip gloss. I think it's extortion. I don't care how good they're meant to be. You will never see me pay full price for it, for any Pat McGrath Labs thing. I think I paid full price for a couple of the quads. But for like the Mothership palette, no. It's the same with the bigger Natasha Denona palettes. The £111 ones, if that's even how much they are now. I wouldn't pay full price for them either. So yeah, I wasn't going to do the live just because my eyes have been hurting. I mean, they're not any redder than normal, but they've been itching, and I've been itching them. And they've been watering as well. But my mum's eyes have been watering, so I'm not too sure what's going on. I don't know whether it was that Bougie Boudoir palette, because I use that quite a lot. I don't know whether it was the fact that I haven't had makeup on for such a long time. I don't know. Right. So I have shot my stash, but I'm not going to show you the items that I've shot my stash. What we're going to do in today's video is we're going to be doing, like, using Project Pan, basically. So what foundation am I going to use? Maybe the Maybelline. So, yeah, do this one. So it's the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover, full coverage, lightweight, protective makeup, SPF 50, 0.95 in fair porcelain. Just give that a good mix. So it looks like that. See if we can just turn it down one. I always find that putting foundation on is the least interesting part of the makeup routine. Right, I need to do this foundation first before I do anything. And when I've done it, the only thing I can do really is go back out and come back in. Hang on, I can do that now. Just let me know if it's still blurry. Because it wasn't like that yesterday. That's better. So you'll have to let me know, Eden, when it goes like that. I don't know why it's doing that. It could be my broadband that's doing it. So I just basically have to go out and come back in, and it kind of does that. Anyway, I'm glad it's all right now. Hi, Leah. How are you? I'll let you know, but it's good now. That's all right then. I mean, some things I might have to use, actually, come to think of it, because I put my contour stick away that I've been loving the last couple of months from Shea Glam, because I wanted to pull something else out. So some things I might have to use from my Shop My Stash. So you're getting like an early access review, but only on some things. I normally do a Shop My Stash video, don't I? So we'll be doing that still. The only way around it is not to contour or bronze. Right, let's get some Face Facts Vitamin C on. facial mist. I can't get that Christmas song out of my mind. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. We're not even in December. I think the reason behind it is my mum's been watching Christmas films since September. Might have even been late August. There was a film on yesterday. She said, what was it? What was it called? I can't remember, but it was quite scary. It was based on a true story. And she said, we'll just watch this, but if it's scary, we'll watch a Christmas film. And I was in stitches. It was just the way she said it. We'll watch a Christmas film. She gets really upset after Christmas when there's no Christmas movies on. I'm like, oh, well, you only have to wait 6 months, Mum. It's so close to December now. Yeah. This morning, I went to my letterbox, and there was 2 cards in the letterbox written in. I mean, I should have recognised the writing. I don't know why I didn't, but I was still half asleep. So there were 2 cards, and I'm like, what's going on? Why did they both say my name? And then I was trying to establish where they'd come from, and then it said Australia, and I'm like, oh, Lisa, because she said that she was sending my mum a Christmas card this year, because my mum has sent her a card for, well, she sent her a card this year and last year, and Lisa calls my mum Aunt Evelyn. My mum loves it. She's gained a niece. And then I'm trying to look at the cards like whose is whose, because I want to open it. I mean, I shouldn't have opened it. Realistically, I think you're only meant to open them on the 1st of December. So anyway, I'm like, I want to open it. I want to see what it says. And then on the back, I saw that my mum said Aunt Evelyn. I'm like, oh, she's going to love that. So, yeah, I got my first 2 Christmas cards. Well, first Christmas card. So that were nice. Thinking of starting my no low by December 1st rather than waiting till January. I don't think I'll be buying anything else. Naomi's bought me an eyeshadow palette for Christmas. Oh, I felt so sorry for her. I was and ahhing like no one's business, but I wanted her to buy me the perfect present, something that I'm going to use constantly. You know, I'm like, oh, I want this, and then I'm like, I want this, and then I'm like, I want this. No, leave that. I like this. Anyway, I settled on it, and I said, I promise I'm not going to change my mind. Anyway, she's just sent me the confirmation for it. So as soon as it comes, I'll take it to my mum's and she can wrap it up for you. I'm so dehydrated. What did you decide to go with? Well, I was looking at Natasha Denona. So initially I was looking at the Natasha Denona Roxa palette, and I can't remember who did some looks with it. I think it may have been Patty Alonso. No, it wasn't. Anyway, someone did some looks with it and it looked really, really nice. But initially, like prior to that, I was going to go with I Need a Woman. It's just too warm for me. I do like warm eyeshadows, but that's just too warm. I just prefer the, you know, I Need a Nude rather than that. So I'm like, okay then. I do like this Tarte Blusher and Highlighter Trio. She must have been losing her temper with me. And then I looked on Sephora last night. Looked on Sephora, just typed in Natasha Denona eyeshadow and came across a few palettes that were on sale. The golden palette was on sale, but I've got the Natasha Denona gold, the bigger one. So I didn't need that. That would have been quite nice to have. So then I remembered last year I put my own version of the Natasha Denona Retro Glam together, and I really, really like the colour story. So I said, oh, I found something, you know, I'm not going to change my mind. Could I have the Natasha Denona Retro Glam? I said, it's on sale for £20 less now. Because you're just not going to get it any cheaper, are you? You're not going to get it any cheaper than £20. It was just under £20 less the original price. The original price is £64, and I think Naomi paid £44.80 or something like that for it. And I'm like, can't wait now. Can't wait, because this means I'm getting 2 of the palettes that I put together as dupe palettes last year. No, the dupe palette, the Yucca palette, I put together a year and a half ago, and the Retro Glam, I think that I only put that together, the dupe that I've got, about a year ago. So what I can do now is I can see how close I got to them. So I'm really looking forward to that. I got the Natasha Denona gold palette about a month ago. I love it. Do you mean the golden palette, babe? Because you can't get the gold palette anymore, can you? The bigger one. That's why she brought out the golden palette. The small one, the midi. I bought the ABH Spice last night at Macari for $16. Wow. I saw it on Boots, right? I was going to buy it. It was $21. I know I said what I said yesterday, that it's a basic B palette. And I stand my ground. It is, in my opinion. But that is just my opinion. Don't ever listen to my opinion. You've got your own opinions, guys. So I saw it on Boots. I went to add it to cart and it said no inventory. And I'm like, you, darn it. They've got it on Beauty Bay for £32. I will not pay £32 for a small £9 eyeshadow palette. I mean the golden, yeah. I thought that's what you meant. No, Beauty Bay. It goes on sale on Beauty Bay. Then I'd probably get it. Even basic B palettes, I'm not opposed. Oh, no issues were found in shopping my stash. Right, so that can go up maybe tonight. I might put it up tomorrow, so you guys can watch what I pulled before I use the products. Yeah, I might do it tonight. So this is just that e.l.f. Neutral Brown Instant Lift Pencil. I really like these. But next time, I think I'm going to use, well, not use, I think I'm going to get the Wet n Wild pencil. I don't know what it's called, but I've never had one before, so. So what do you think of the golden palette, babe? Have you used it yet? Literally right in that palette. This is the reason I won't get it. There's only 5 shades in there that aren't in the bigger palette. It's like, no. No, 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 no. Right, I will use this. I pulled this for Shop My Stash. It's the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in the shade Butter. Oh gosh, look at that. I need to wash some brushes again. I love the golden. I didn't have anything like it. The browns and golds are so flattering. Yeah, like I said, I've got it already. I've got most of those shades. It's pointless getting it again. I mean, if mine expires, if my big one expires, yeah, potentially I will get it. Naomi bought me that for, like, I'd wanted it for so long. And I'm glad that they brought out the smaller golden palette. It's more affordable for people. It smells gorgeous, this powder. I don't even know what it smells of, but I know that I like the smell. And I'm very delicate to scents. Right. I'm just trying to think what I can do now. I'll use, so that I'm not using any Shop My Stash products, I'll use this. So, bronzer. I might try using this brush to see what this looks like with bronzer. Normally, well, it is a blush brush from Oden's Eye. Normally I use blush. Well, I say normally, I've only used it a few times. I think this is called Glistening Bronze. So anyway, I didn't get the Mood Exposure that you recommended. They did have a mini on there, but that would have meant me spending £58 and I didn't want to spend that amount of money. But thank you for recommending it. It does look nice. It looks a little bit lighter than this one. I might try that one on today. Normally I go for the pink in that palette. Actually, no, I'm not going to use any blusher out of there. I'm just going to use the bronzer because I want to use some things out of my project pan. My That's Expensive project pan, that is. Yeah, it does look lighter than the one you held up. Yeah, I know it's lighter, but it looks like, to me, same kind of tone. A few shades lighter. That bronzer's nice though. Yeah, it was giving me kind of a similar tone, but I would say maybe 2 or 3 shades lighter. Is there anything like it in my other palette? No, I wouldn't say so. I haven't put any down here, but we'll just blend it out anyway. Okay, so I think I'm done with that palette for the time being. Right, so let's take this one from my That's Expensive project pan. So this Dior, and this one is the Rosy Glow in the shade Petal. Just looks like that. The imprint's starting to come off now. It's getting to the point, this blusher, where it's just getting old though. But I have got a similar blush that Lisa bought me. In fact, it looks like the same blush. It's in 001 pink. I would like to use this one up. I think what I'll do next year is I'll leave it in. I'll use what I can. And then I'll probably end up throwing it out. It's just really old. I do like it though. See, I can't keep it around for ages because then Lisa's Christian Dior blush in practically the same shade isn't going to get used. Okay, let's use this Charlotte Tilbury duo, except it's not a duo. It's, I've used a bronzer up. Just a highlighter. I don't like it. I've never liked this. But I won't throw it out. It's expensive. I think Charlotte Tilbury is way overrated. You know, a lot of her products. There's not really a lot that I like of Charlotte Tilbury's products. I love her lipsticks and Matte Revolution ones. Speaking of, I might wear one today. I mean, the highlighter looks quite nice with that Dior blush, I think. But save your money, guys. Save it. There is actually one where it's a blush, a pink blush. It's a mini, well, not a mini, but a travel size. A pink blush and then a highlighter. It doesn't look like the same shade highlighter as that. This is more golden. This was the original one that she brought out. Since then, she's done different ones for different skin tones, hasn't she? So, yeah, the smaller, like, blush and highlighter, I'd probably buy that because that's only £25. But like, oh gosh, I love that Charlotte Tilbury bronzer palette. You might have the reformulated one though. How old is it? When did you get it? Because she reformulated it. I'm just saying, personally, mine, I don't like it. I mean, the highlighter's looking fly though. My favourite from her is that palette, lipsticks and lip liners. Yeah, I love her lipsticks. But I wouldn't buy any more. And I love that Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter or whatever it's called. The one that's similar to e.l.f. Halo Glow, or that's what they say, it's not. Charlotte Tilbury's is so much better. Love that. I've had a mini of that in the past and, you know, I'm still trying to figure out, do I buy the bullet and buy the full-size one? I got it about a year ago. See, I've had mine years, so you'll have the reformulated one. Yours, I mean, a lot of people as well will buy it and will love it, and some people won't. You know, I'm just in the minority. But I have to say the Matte Revlon, okay, so the Revlon lipsticks are so close to Charlotte's, it's crazy. I've only got one of those lipsticks. Do I want to use anything more? Sorry, I'm going to have to stand up now, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Not from there. I just want to use the Hourglass palette again. The only lipstick I've got from Revlon that has been compared to Charlotte Tilbury's is that Shameless one I put you on to. babe, and that is good. And I don't have the lipstick of Charlotte Tilbury's to compare it to, like it's supposed to be a dupe for, I think it's Pillow Talk Medium or something like that. I don't have that lipstick. I just have Pillow Talk, the original, and it took me ages to get into that. I don't mind it so much anymore. So realistically then, you don't have to go out and spend, I don't know if they're more than this now, but when I started collecting them, they were £23. You don't have to go out and spend that when you can get a Revlon one off eBay for like £5. I'm so behind with Tammy's videos, you know. I've been watching Chris's videos. I watched half of Angie's video last night. I fell asleep. I woke up to this other video by someone. It was some beauty content creator saying, you know, talking about foundations, what's best, least favourite to favourite. And I'm like, I don't even watch videos like that normally. I don't know why it's playing. So I just turned my YouTube off. See, I watch YouTube on my phone. I don't watch it on my TV. Right, let's put some more of this on. We know that I didn't like it yesterday. The Amelia Olivia Glow Milk Mist from the Beauty Crop. Hi from France. Hi Laurent, how are you? Again, it's really glowy, isn't it? Just wait till it settles down. I say I'm not gonna go out and buy it again because it's got rose water in it, but I'm liking the glow. I really am liking the glow of it. Once it settles down, you'll see what I mean. Right, so I'm using the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer. This video is going pretty quick, so it will help my throat. Even though my throat's starting to give me a little bit of grief now. We're doing a simple eye look. I'm using the Natasha Denona Is that retro? Mini retro palette. All the writing's come off. I'm really looking forward to the time when I can bring Christmas palettes out. And next week, my Odin's Eye palette should come in. The Rosy Jingle, or whatever it's called. And yeah, it does look like a spring palette, but it's a Christmas themed palette, so I will be using it in lives for like Christmas orientated lives. I think I'll be using the snowman one though first. Right, I need some powder. I'm just trying to figure out what eyeshadow palette could pull out. No, there's nothing in there. I have used everything in here, so this one can go back apart from the greens. I'm not gonna use the greens. They are nice, but I'm not going to use them. Let's see. Don't know why I'm looking in here. I don't think any powder. Gonna have to use this. What do you think of the new Odin's Eye Christmas palettes? I think I've answered that. I've ordered one of them. I've ordered the pastel leaning one, the Rosy Jingle. I was going to get the other one as well, but I just thought, nah, that to me, like from my preferences, it wouldn't get used enough. And I'm only bringing palettes into my collection that will, you know, have value. I mean, this year, I don't think you guys have seen just how much I use pastels. If you go back to my channel far enough, you'll see me using things like the Natasha Denona pastel palette, the Juvia's Place, Garden of Juvia's, things like that. I've got quite a lot of pastel palettes, but this year I've just been using like the stuff that I haven't used already, just to get opinions on it and give reviews. Next year it's going to be completely different, I hope. Oh, did you? I must have missed that. What do you think of the Maiden? Are you going to get them, or? I like the idea that you can get all four for £90. I think that's great. But I don't like that reindeer palette at all. So that one would be no good for me. If I was to get all four, which I'm not going to, because I really only like the snowman, and I've already bought that. And the pastel one, the Rosy Jingle or whatever it's called, Jingle Rosy. I think it's called Rosy Jingle. Doesn't matter. But it's the pastel palette from Odin's Eye. I only really like that one, and I know I'll get really good use out of it, so that's why I got it. I think I need to wipe this brush off. So, I mean, I haven't bought, whoops, my drawer nearly came out. I haven't bought Odin's Eye palettes from the Odin's Eye website ever, apart from this year. It's, like I've got one Odin's Eye palette, and I've got an Odin's Eye blush, but other than that, I don't have anything by them. I like the more red tone one, but not enough to order it immediately. I clocked that they're having a sale on Odin's Eye soon, 30% off. It's not on yet because I had a look. I don't know why I had a look, because I'm not buying from them. Right, we're going in with the Natasha Denona. I'm sure this is mini retro, is it not? Look at my palette. How am I supposed to see? I'm sure that says retro on it. What palette is this, guys? Right, let's go in with this shade first. I can't tell you the shades either, because mine has took a bit of a beating. Yeah, I'll check that out. It says 50% off, but not on new Christmas palettes. Won't be on the Christmas palettes, will it? But I thought that was a good deal with the 4 for £90. Just want to use this one more time before I do, like, not the review, but I talk about it and say how many times things have been used. Well, this time, since last time, it's only been used once, which is now. I like these Natasha Denona palettes, these minis. You don't have to think. Like, you do not have to think about where you're placing things. I don't know what to do about those blushes though. You know, I've got a lot coming for Christmas, and we're just going to put them away for Christmas. I might put them away for my birthday. My birthday's not till February, so it is a bit of a wait. But I was looking in my vanity today, like my vanity on wheels, and I need to be testing out what I want to keep, what I want to declutter in blushes. So I do want to use them, I do want to test them, but I can wait 6 weeks. Well, it's not quite 6 weeks, is it? My birthday is 6 weeks after Christmas. So, talking like 2 months, 2.5 months. I'm feeling overwhelmed by my collection at the moment, and that's why I want to start my No Buy early. That's why I initially started it last year, because my collection just went crazy. I've only bought a few things, but when it comes to Christmas, just watch, just watch, you know, because there's going to be an awful lot of stuff coming in. You know, it got to the point where my friend Lisa actually bought me perfume, and she said, like, we agreed it would be a Christmas and birthday present. But I said, let's just put it away for my birthday. My birthday's only 6 weeks after Christmas. And I don't want all this stuff all over the place. Like, I'll easily be able to do that No Buy in January. I've got no issues with that. And I'd probably be able to do one, I'd probably be able to do one the first quarter of the year, no issues. But then I'll start to need things like mascara and things like that. I could realistically in December go out and get a couple of mascaras and then just not buy anything for those 3 months. I don't know if I want to do a No Buy all throughout the year again. It's not that it was hard last year, it wasn't hard. Once you kind of get into it, I don't feel like it was hard. And yeah, bits and pieces did come into my collection. But I always like say, you know, I was on the year No Buy. It initially started on the 19th and didn't finish till the 23rd. So it's kind of like I was always adding days on for whatever I purchased. So it still ended up being a year. Not everyone likes doing the years though. Like they don't like saying I'm gonna do a year No Buy, because if they can't, but if they don't do it for whatever reason, they feel like a failure. It's nothing to do with failing, I don't think. I'll try hold off buying my next palette in April next year, after November until April. Just all I would say is make the goals realistic, Eden. For yourself, just make them realistic. Right, I'm going to go on with this like greeny colour here. I mean, I had people saying, you're so strong, I couldn't do it. I don't think it's got anything to do with strength, personally. I think with No Buys, you've just got to want to do it. And I'll be honest, I had an addiction. And people will say an addiction. You can't have a shopping addiction. You can't have a makeup addiction. My addiction was bad. And I'm glad, you know, I did it for a year. You know, now I know that I can. I do not want to go back to the way I was prior to my No Buy. I did a 6-month no-buy in 2019, then didn't buy much in 2023 after having Emma, but this year was bad. What do you think made this year bad over the other years? Normally there's something like a trigger, isn't there, that normally makes you shop a little bit more. Like, I'm an emotional shopper. I remember when I went to hospital a couple of weeks ago and I had that procedure. I'm like, I'm going to go into town now and treat myself to some things. So I went to Pandora, got a new charm, which I didn't really need, but I've wanted that charm for the last couple of years, and then went and got those Kylie Cosmetics lipsticks. Lip glosses, sorry, not lipsticks. So I'm just glad I'm not always that way, and it was just a one-off. Having extra money, well, that does help. But I'm sure you could spend that extra money on other things. Does it have to be makeup? Like, my extra money has gone on like extra things. It's gone on clothing. I got myself a really nice pair of UGG winter boots. You know, not a lot of my money's gone on makeup. Emma, hi. How you doing, hon? I'm not great. I'm getting there. Just waiting for the hospital to contact me for this operation. I've been watching your lives, but not live. So you'll know the situation then, won't you? So you've been watching the replays. I think you are looking better. But it's the makeup, isn't it? It's the glow. But yeah, I mean, I've had quite a few people say even without makeup, I am looking a little bit better than what I was. I still feel as rough. But as long as I'm looking better, that's the main thing. I don't know where I put the top for the glitter glue. Oh, it's there. Right, I'm going to go on with this horrible shade here. I don't like it. It's very, very powdery. I don't know what the hell she was doing, putting a shade in like that. So it just looks like that. So dry. Could be the amount of time I've had it, I don't know. You were looking very peaky a bit ago. Yeah, felt like I was at death's door. You see it more because of how pale I am. Right, then I want to go in with this one here. So I've done quite well with this. I don't know how I'm going to get any out. Right, let's see if this brush will do anything. Should do. You seem a bit brighter in yourself. The thing is with me, I do try and... I don't want you coming here and me being depressed. I've got a lot of things going on in the background, especially with work, which concerns me. But I don't want to be talking about that all the time. You don't come here for that. You come here for the makeup. So I don't always want to be like, I don't want you guys thinking, oh, she's always depressed. We all care about you too. Though, please don't forget that. I'm very lucky to have you all. And you know, the channel is getting bigger and bigger and bigger now, and I just feel incredibly blessed. Right, so that's nice. I don't know what I'll do with this one though once all this is gone, because I really don't like it. I might have to try and mix these somehow, because the whole point of this pan that palette that I'm doing, well, it's a fun size pan that palette with the Fantastic Ladies, is that we use all the shades up, unless I just take this shade out. I don't know what I'll do, but then I feel like I'm cheating a bit. My niece is trying to get my attention. First on Marco Polo, now on here, well, on Facebook. Right, so I'm going to go into Prime Prometics Prime Lash. I'm surprised she's not actually come on here. She said to me the other day, she said, can I come and do a live with you? And I said, no, love, you're not of age yet. And I wouldn't want her coming to do a live and people saying mean comments to her. Kids don't get over mean comments. Let's move this over there. Doesn't want to go anywhere. So it's been snowing. Have you had snow, Emma? Apparently it's supposed to go down to -3 where I am, and it's supposed to snow tonight. It's already snowed, not last night, the night before. And it's meant to snow on Thursday, but now they're saying it's going to snow again today. It's like, bloody hell. I hate the snow. And I was saying to my friends, I said, it's not like I want to go out there and build a snowman. You know, I just, no, want it to go away. Just going to blend out. The issue I've got now with this is I don't know what to do for the inner corners. Yep, on Tuesday, and a fresh sprinkling this morning. It's rubbish, in my opinion. Meant to get down to -5 here tonight. Yeah, the same -3 here. It's like, I mean, we're only in November. I know we're nearly in December. But come on. Right, I'm going to try and go in with a bit of this for the inner corners. Just to have a bit of sparkle. It's going to get mild again though. I hope it does. You know, time flies on when you do lives. It just literally flies. Been on here an hour now. I'm like, oh, I'll only be on here half an hour. I think it's just me. I think I can just talk for England. Nobody even needs to be talking to me, and I'll just carry on talking and talking. Like, even my sister has watched, like, I've sent her a couple of lives in the past, and she's like, you just don't come up for air, do you? And I'm like, well, I've got a lot to say for myself. Okay. I feel like using a Too Faced Melted Matte, actually. 15 in the day and 12 at night next week. Oh, wow. That's quite good, isn't it? Or should I go in with... Yeah, I'll go in with the Fenty Beauty. Let's put this away. Feel like I've not used this in a while. I don't love it. We all know I don't love it. But... actually, let's get some lip liner on. Let's keep it on a bit longer. We'll go in with the Essence Stay 8 Hour Lip Liner in the shade Unforgettable. It's creamy. And then we'll just put some of this on. Oh, it's a shade. Is it Fussy? And again, they smell nice. This one even tastes nice, but I don't really like the formula. And I don't like the fact that you don't get much in them. Like, I barely used it, and when I roll it up, watch, there's barely anything in it. If I really wanted to, I could pan that, and I might do that next year. I'm not going to buy any more of them. That's just my honest opinion. Not everyone's going to feel the same way, but that's how I feel. I'm just blending this out again. It's just a really, really natural look. So I'm going to put my Shop My Stash up tonight, and then I might do a get ready with me using all my Shop My Stash products tomorrow, depending on if I can get that Shop My Stash uploaded tonight, because I won't use the products until you've seen, obviously, what's in my Shop My Stash. I think that's only fair. Anyway, you've not tried anything from the brand. The only thing I've got from Fenty Beauty is this. I've got a gloss by them, hologram, and I've got an eyeshadow palette by them, the little snap ones that they brought out. And that one's, I don't know what the shade name of it is, but it's, can I find it? Oh, you can never find anything when you want something. Oh, here it is. So it's this one. I need to try this again. Oh, it's just shade 5 Peach. How original. I like this shade here. Let me show you. They still feel creamy. I really like that. That's pretty. Now I feel like I want to put some on the eyelids. I'm not going to. I'll probably end up ruining the look. It's a really nice palette, this. We need to use it again. I've not used it since I bought it. I did want the green palette that came out, and I just didn't get it. You know, they still sell them, but they don't do the green one. I think they've got a purple one and a few others, but I don't like any of the colour combinations. Let's put that there. So I need to have a look, I reckon. I don't rate these lipsticks, but everyone's different. You might like them, Emma. What's this down here? Oh, I've used that one. That's another P. Louise palette I've got, Eden. The Love Affair. I've used that one as well. I think if you was to ask me which pastel palette is my favourite, it would definitely be this. Because you're getting some shifty shades in it. It's just absolutely stunning. You can see through the camera the shifty shades. This is a shifty shade. They pretty much all are shifty shades. It's absolutely stunning for spring and summer. So that will be coming out then. Anyway, this is the look. You love a shifty shade, don't you? Oh my gosh. Do I? Yes, I do. There's a palette. And this isn't the only palette that I've got that have shifty shades in them. But this is the palette I've curated, should I say, not created. Lisa got me some Glamonatrix ones. Look at these, guys. Are you kidding me? You know, I was looking at the Glamonatrix, that new palette, Burley Naturally, the new one. You don't know what I'm talking about. And I was almost tempted to buy it. But anyway, you know, I'm just going to be using the things that I want to use. But these are just stunning. Absolutely stunning. One of them, I think it's this end one. Yeah, this is from Terra Moon Cosmetics. Solar Delirium. But these three here and these two here, they're from Glamonatrix. I'd buy Glamonatrix singles over and over. And I think I've got another either 4 or 5 metallics that my other friend bought for me. I'll have to dig them out and show you in another video. I feel they're in plastic cases, but I feel like I want to put them, like maybe with these, but in a bigger palette. They're not shifty like this. Oh, and then we've got this one. So these are all my Luxy Beauty ones. Some of them broke, which is a shame, but like for $2, even these are shifty. So I have got a lot of shifty shades, and then I've got some in my vanity that need to be pulled out. Like the lead up to Christmas, I might just pull out singles. Can you get them in the UK? So Luxy Beauty, I think, have gone bankrupt, so no. And they only ship to, I think, Canada and the US. My friend sent them over to me from the US. Glamonatrix, you can get them sent over to you from Australia. The shipping really isn't expensive, and it's well worth it. I think the shipping's about £10. Obviously, if you're buying enough, it is well worth it, and the formula is next level. But if you want to try something in the UK, go to Pastel Roses. Pastel Roses website is absolutely, it's just, they do some amazing duochromes, multi-chromes, and the duochromes aren't that expensive. They're in the UK, and obviously when you place an order with them, they give you 15% off, so it's worth doing. I need some faraway friends. Well, go to Pastel Roses then. They're based in the UK. And there's a few others, but I would say Pastel Roses is better than them. We've got Kaima Cosmetics. They charge quite a bit. Carla Cosmetics charge quite a bit. But so if you want to start, Pastel Roses, I would say go to them first. And yeah, let me know if you decide to, and let me know what you decide to pick up. I'm going to go now, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.